what? Raelinda is up and I'm psyched. Come on up here, Raelinda. She did a fabulous job last Thursday night. Christopher's for the Boston's Women's Voice, and if you weren't there, boy, you're square.
It's going to be repeated September 26th at the Dam.
It's going to be repeated at September 26th at the Dam.
20 women, musicians, storytellers, and poets. Don't miss it. $5 cheap. That's what, 70 cents a piece? Where can you get that?
It's such a value.
70 cents a check.
I'm going to do something totally different for me. And in case you people have never seen me and you're wondering what is normal for me. Normal for me is like a story about like MIT in the future where like dolphins go to MIT and they're nerdy and they're in the Flipper fan club and they go around going, Flipper, who's good? So just to put myself into perspective. This is just some stuff that I was over at Harold's and I just wrote this down. This is some stuff I wrote. It's called Some Thoughts of a Woman on the 3rd of July. I'm just going to fix this microphone first because I only have 2 hands. Okay. I have this fantasy. It's 5 a.m., July 4th. President Bush is asleep, or at least doing whatever passes for sleep among his species. When there's a knock on his bedroom door. Knock, knock, knock. He gets up and opens the door, and standing in the doorway is an ovary. But it's not just any ovary, it's the lone ovary. He slams the door. Dear, he says to his wife, are you having some sort of a woman's problem? Of course not, dear, says Barbara. That would be un-American. Why do you ask? Well, there's this ovary outside our door, and it's wearing a mask and it's riding a penis. Knock, knock, knock. He opens the door. It's that ovary again. Where do you want him? Says the ovary. Want what? The other ovaries. What, says Bush? You mean there are more of you? Yup. Every ovary in America. They need a place to stay today. I mean, how can women dance in the streets celebrating their independence when parts of their bodies aren't even independent? So we figured since you're always so concerned about what these ovaries are up to, we can hang out with you today. And then all the ovaries in America started pouring into George Bush's bedroom. Yum, yum, said the lone ovary. I love a good irony. That's Steve Bush, and he started to swat them away. Yo, careful, Georgie boy. There could be some unborn life in some of those things. Oh, look, here come all the third world ovaries, too. I end my fantasy with the image of George Bush drowning in a sea of ovaries. It's a much more satisfying image than imagining what life will be like for so many women after the gag rule goes into effect. How can we have freedom of speech, but we can't have freedom of health? And how can I celebrate being an American tomorrow? And that's all I wrote. Anyway, since you're clapping and I'm the egotistical storyteller that I am. Well, alright, this is something else that I do, which is when I write, I have no idea what the fuck I'm writing about. I just write it and I bring it to work and I read it to my boss and she tells me what my stories are about. And it's a wonderful symbiotic relationship, accepting that I got this call from her last week. Hi Ray, I'm in New York. The guru has just invited me to live on the ashram for 2 months. So now, not only am I out of work, but I don't know what my stories are about. So I have 3 paragraphs written of this new story called Car Troubles. And I'm just going to throw it out and gouge reactions, like if you're looking perky and interested, I know I can write more, but if I feel like I have to go out and take your pulse, then I know it's time to start another story. So this story is called Car Troubles. Hi, I'm having car troubles and I was wondering if I could bring my car in today. What seems to be the problem? Well, my car is driving up and down and around the outside of my building, circling like demented mosquito, terrorizing squirrels, honking at pigeons. What? Yeah, I'll hold. I hate these guys. I know they're ripping me off. Every time I have to bring my car in for some automotive therapy, 1 week later my car develops 3 more neuroses. Last time my car was having a speeding problem. I could never tell how fast we were driving because every time we went over 35 miles an hour, my car would go into denial. We'd be passing what I'll call 4 days later, developed this new habit. I park the car and go do some errands. As soon as I was out of sight, my car would release the brakes and roll into another space where the meter was expired. Oh, officer, we arrived over here. This meter is right for plugging. Hey, check out this inspection sticker. Think we could get an antique dealer to come over and appraise it? Oh, you're writing a ticket. It's so nice to see you doing something. My owner says all you cops do is sit on your butts all day eating donuts. Oh, another ticket. Well, we'll just have to add these to the collection she keeps in the glove compartment. Think it will fit? My mechanic told me that my car was exhibiting what was called magical driving. Hey lady, your car is trying to get in touch with the inner pig. The pig is within. You see, before my car was an engine, it was a pig. Or at least its brain was. Pigs, those intelligent, friendly creatures with a good sense of direction, well, those Swiss guys took the brain of the pig and the body of the Toyota and created a Toyota that thinks like a pig. It could also drive itself, park itself, scream if somebody tried to steal it, and point it out in, car thieves in court, and drive me crazy. And that's all I have.